I got a new setup, y'all. Tap in with me. Let me know how you doing. Let me know how your day's going. Shouts out to the new moon. Get everything you need for the video. Get your water. Get your headphones. This beat gonna be bumping. Can I get down? Just a moment. Don't get down. Don't get down. Get a light and lighten up. Hands up. Put your lighters up. Hands up. Lighters up. Bounce. Up and down. Titties in the crowd. Jump around. Bounce like what you feeling now. Make you feel free right now. Liberation in the sound. Know you feel it right now. Sound off if you in the crowd right now. Bounce. This moment right now. Wanna get down? Let me get down. Rhythmic deliverance. Indigenous rhyme got me feeling sick. Then Edgar poem from the depths. Assassin in the flesh. Yo, check the moment. Yo, this the moment. Don't get down. Don't get down. Get a light and lighten up. Hands up, put your lighters up. Bounce. Hands up, lighters up. Bounce. Change on my breath right now. Inhale, exhale, define what life is now. Love what you couldn't stack. Could brag about what you feeling now. Love with yourself right now. Only you could do you right now. I think I found love within myself right now. Code red is so real mode. Once you flow into gold in the commercially platinum, multiply like ocean tides. Mind around my hopeful poets could redefine. Divine to defy, enjoy the herbs, to get my sense of. Divine to defy, enjoy the herbs, essence, amazing verbs, etymology, cosmology, enchanting, tantric, practice, I follow the astronomy. What is wrong like earths, make the modern world majestic. Word and chronics, Hendrix, Molly, count blessings. Bless. Shout out Shadow on the beat. Metal477, that's my artist name, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for listening to the, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for tapping in with the live. We're gonna get right to it. Real good breakdown. I got a real good new setup, you dig? Oh, real good new setup, and I almost gave them a real good ad, but no, I got caught myself. Alright, so this is on the new moon in Virgo. So this is going to be new details and new patterns to harvest from. So at this point in time, it's all about whatever you created in the summertime and whatever you initiated based on that Cancer season. Now you're harvesting and you're seeing what opportunities you can harvest from whatever you initiated and created in that Cancer season. And so at this point in time, with the new moon in Virgo, though, we are also accumulating a new experience in our area of life that whatever we have Virgo in. So based on your rising sign is what I'm going to break down later in the video. So with the Virgo, it's all about harvesting, like I say. So you plant the seed in Taurus season. Well, you initiate and create the idea in Aries season. Then you plant that seed that you initiated and created and, found essentially in the wild. And then in Taurus season, you plant the seed. Gemini season, you see both sides of it. You see, okay, what is going to occur after this seed begins to sprout, this, that, and the third. The seed begins to sprout after you're watering enough with the Cancer season. Then the Leo season, it begins to bloom and things of that nature. Then the Virgo season, you're harvesting it. And either going to take it and, put it on display in the Libra season to display. And then the Scorpio season, put it away and put it in the secret place, or make it a phoenix, see what's better to go about it with the Sagittarius season. And then the Capricorn season, initiate and create a plan for the following season. Aquarius season, and associate that plan. Pisces season, dream about the new plan. And then boom, Aries season, find the new way to find the seed and also plant the seed, and then restart the cycle back in Taurus season. Restart the cycle back in Aries season, realistically. But the Taurus grounds it all. With all that being said, So the Virgo season is very integral based on finding the proper details and the proper routine and pattern to to adapt to. Find the right pattern that is best for you. Find the best schedule that is best for oneself. So you want to have new experiences in your ways of scheduling and your ways of going about the details at this point in time. So moving forward, 1 second. With the sun just finishing up in Virgo, like I say, we're about to enter that Libra season. Then in the Libra season, we're going to relate what we harvest at that point in time. And that's why the Virgo season is so integral. So it's really like the Virgo is able to adapt to the practical way of going about the future and things of that nature and going about what they actually have in their possession. So whenever the sun is moving to different spaces and different signs, we're going to see a difference in the way we act. We're going to see, okay, whenever this Virgo energy finishes up, we're going to see, okay, whatever details we're accumulating at that point in time, we're then going to see what way can we actually relate those details. And whatever way we relate those details is then going to have this transformation occur in the Scorpio season. And the sun's all about the actions. So whatever area of life you're going to take action in is also going to be the way you're going to feel at this point in time. So that's why it's a new moon, a new accumulation in the way you feel based on the way moon feeling and sun taking action. And with all that being said, I'm going to break down from Virgo all the way back down to the Leo. Not all the way back down to Leo, to the Libra, because the Libra has Virgo in the 12th house. Alrighty. So, Virgo rising is going to have a new accumulation, a new personal affair in their way of harvesting their own pattern, a new personal affair of their details and ways of accumulation and their, like it's a new moon, so new experiences in your personal life. So I would say go and do things you personally haven't done at this point in time. Find a detail that you want to accumulate. And moving forward, for the Virgo in the 2nd house, this will be for the Leo rising. And for the Leo rising, you want to have new accumulations in the way that you value things. So the details at this point in time, you want to have new experiences in the way that you value a person, place, of idea about the details, which you actually, those things that you value, you want to see a new experience to utilize those details. At this point in time, you might be utilizing a certain tool to adapt to your schedule or something like that, or utilizing like a schedule system to actually put yourself on the right experience, actually experience the schedule for the first time, maybe for the Leo, if you're on the lower octave. But if you're on the higher octave, then at this point in time, you're experiencing, at this point in time with the new moon, it's not so much being on the lower, higher octave, but like if your moon sign's behind it, you're still kind of experiencing other moon signs based on you still being caught up in previous energy, then you can actually experience a lower octave experience. So that's the only reason I'm bringing that into play. So if the Leo has already experienced putting things on a detailed pattern and saying, okay, this is when I'm going to do things, I'm actually sure of myself, at this point in time, you're going to have new experience and people are going to see those ways that you value things, and you're going to have a new experience, and based on how you're reacting and responding to your values of a person, place, thing, or idea. And then for the Virgo in the 3rd house, this will be for the Cancer rising. So in their environment, they're going to have a new experience in the details, routines, and patterns, and also their health. So in the 3rd house, it might be having new experiences and the way that you go about your environment and the way that you have the details play out in your environment. So at this point in time, just be very critical and start to worry about your certain environment. What environment am I actually participating in? Is this actually a beneficial schedule? Is this actually a beneficial detail to continue and to harvest from, essentially? Is this environment something I can harvest? Moving forward, Virgo in the 4th house. Virgo in the fourth house will be the Gemini. So this will be, okay, I'm not going to do all that right now. I'll break it all back down once I get all the way to the sixth house. So the Gemini will have the Virgo in the fourth house. So this will be in their private life, their home life, and their way of being in their own heart, essentially. The fourth house is all about the heart. So new details and new experiences within your home or your private life is what the Gemini is experiencing. So then moving forward, the Taurus rising is going to experience the Virgo in the fifth house. So they're going to have a new accumulation in the way that they express themselves, in the way that they are in their childlike nature. They're going to see a new detail and a routine and pattern to actually accumulate. They're going to be maybe opening up a little bit more based on this being in their fifth house. And then for the Aries rising, this will be in the sixth house. So the routine and pattern of their business and the way they're going about going to work, putting things on a schedule and pattern, they're going to have a new accumulation in that area of life. So at this point in time, you're going to see what is the actual routine and pattern I want to accumulate. And then for the Pisces rising, am I going? I'm flunking out. Yeah, no, I'm not flunking out. So for the Pisces rising, they're going to have the Virgo in the seventh house. So they're going to have new accumulations in their relationships and their ways of relating. And in that area of life, they're going to have a new detail or a new routine and pattern to actually accumulate in that area of life of relating. So at this point in time, you're just like breathing new life into your relationships. So that you can oppose or add on to those relationships though. Okay, so now that I'm halfway through it, I'm going to break down how each and every one sign like aligns to it specifically. So like I said, the Virgo is a conjunction, so it's in the first house. So the Virgo is right in line with this energy. The Leo is a fatal attraction based on it being the second house. So based on what the Leo values, it can actually harm or help them based on it being a fatal attraction right beside each other. Those two signs are right beside this slide. It's not like so much of it's like a slight angle essentially, but depending on what degree of Leo you are. Excuse me. And then for the Cancer, it's a sextile, so they're able to see the opportunity. So the Cancer is able to initiate and create a personal way of seeing the opportunity in the environment to actually put on a schedule. And then for the Gemini, it's a square. So right now they're learning how to be more private in their personal life and based on their routine and pattern. So they're putting things on a routine and pattern to actually have a beneficial home and things close, like a home and private life, and put the things close to their heart, be able to actually relate their personal affairs with their home life, essentially, and feel more comfortable with those details, essentially. So that's square alignment. Square alignment, which is a learning process. So the Gemini is learning how to be more detailed and be more practical. And then the Taurus rising is experiencing the trine, so it's a 150-degree angle. They're able to create the opportunity of expressing themselves. So based on the Taurus being fixed and being in their own consistent or stubborn way, they're able to now see, okay, how can I actually adapt based on all this energy being in their fifth house? This Virgo energy being a mutable sign in their fifth house. So in their childlike expression and their way they're expressing themselves, they're able to adapt. The Aries is experiencing an inconjunction, which is a misunderstanding. So the Aries could misunderstand based on them always wanting to initiate and create a new routine and pattern and schedule of what to actually put on the sixth house and continue to actually harvest from. So at this point in time, the Aries just don't misunderstand that, take things little by little. Virgo is a very detailed sign. You actually just got to do things one thing at a time, essentially. And that's why the Virgo and the Gemini square, just to be clear. And then for the Pisces, like I was just saying, it's an opposition so they can oppose or add on. Okay, so now I'm going to do everything right in line. For the Aquarius rising, they're going to have the Virgo in the 8th house. This will be a misunderstanding, so a 150-degree angle. So the Aquarius, based on their personal way of being fixed and consistent and stubborn in their ways of communicating and thinking, they're then going to have a transformative experience based on the way that others are, that, they should be adapting to. So based on the eighth house is a transformation behind the scenes in a secret house. So at this point in time, the Aquarius is misunderstanding, based on that 150-degree angle, what to be actually consistent on based on them having a transformative experience occurring in that eighth house, based on the Virgo energy being there, the Virgo being a mutable energy and wanting to adapt to the behind the scenes and the secrets. And then for the Capricorn rising, this will be a trine, so 120-degree angle, able to create an opportunity based on their knowledge, wisdom, and experience. So based on the knowledge, wisdom, and experience that the Capricorn initiates and creates personally, they're able to initiate and create a way of, initiate and create an opportunity in their knowledge and wisdom. So the knowledge and wisdom that the Virgo in the ninth house, based on the Capricorn being the rising sign, is able to see the actual details to relate, essentially. So seeing that knowledge of wisdom, they can be like, oh, okay, this is how I should personally conduct myself. Based on me having this knowledge of wisdom, I can actually adapt to the real world, essentially. And then for the Sagittarius rising, they're experiencing the square. So learning how to be more practical, learning how to put things on the details and put things on their routine and pattern based on the Virgo being their 10th house. So essentially their status, their blueprint, and their career this time. They're trying to learn how to be more career-based and be more logical, even though they are a very personally fiery person that wants to be everyone be able to adapt to everyone's knowledge and wisdom and give everyone the blunt truth. So at this point in time, you want to just be more based on your status and build up your status and harvest from that status at this point in time. Be more logistical, Sagittarius. And then for the Scorpio rising, they're experiencing the sextile. So they're having the Virgo in the 11th house. So this is the associations. They're able to see how to associate based on the Scorpio being a personally fixed and consistent and stubborn way of emotionalizing. So they're emotionalizing this consistent or stubborn way. So they're able to actually, I remember, I keep on remembering this word, then I forget this word that describes the compartmentalize. They're able to compartmentalize their associates. So they're able to see the opportunity to compartmentalize what associate goes with who and how to actually logistically go about that. And then moving forward, the Libra rising, last but not least, having the Virgo in the 12th house, they're able to have this fatal attraction based on being right beside the Virgo. And in this 12th house, the dream, illusion, and nightmares at this time, that's what they're trying to relate to and have a logistical plan about this dream. So essentially, whatever you're harvesting in this dream, illusion, and nightmare, they're then going to be relating in your personal life. So make sure you got your personal dreams going on, essentially. You got the right personal dream for oneself occurring, Libra, essentially. So it could be that fatal attraction. Either you're living someone else's dream or you could live in your own and you're in line with yourself. So, yeah. Much peace, love, if you believe in all that. Much peace and love if you believe in all that. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe or stay dangerous, whatever necessary. So, holla back.